So my buddy didn't want me to park it in his housing development because he was worried about the neighbors complaining. So he had me park it on the side of the fucking street and it's getting towed. God damn it. Still recording. Whoops. What the fuck? Get this shit off here. Oh, and he broke into it too? Who the fuck broke into it?
Huh? It's easy to get into.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Fuck. Well, this is what I woke up to this morning. Cops and this son of a bitch. And because I don't have it registered in my name, there's nothing I can do. I have to let them fucking take it, go to the DOL, get it registered, then go back and deal with that fucking asshole and pay some god-awful amount of money to get it out of the tow yard. Fuck you! Well, inside the tow yard now. $750 later, I'm taking these guys to court. This is fucked up. So this morning I went and did the paperwork at the DOL, and the paperwork that I got from I bought it from this kid named Zach as well, and he didn't have his name anywhere on the paperwork. It went from the church to some other person who Zach bought it from, and that's all the paperwork was. So when I went in there, the lady was like, I need a bill of sale from this church to your name. So I said, okay, do you have the bill of sale paperwork? She's like, it's over there on the wall. See you soon. And I borrowed a pen and walked out the door. I'm the buyer, so I filled out the buyer's part of it with one pen with my right hand, and I filled out the seller's part from the church with a different pen with my left hand, walked back in, handed it to her, and she's like, okay, and did the paperwork, boom, 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 and a few minutes later, got the bus in my name. That was pretty funny. So my hope is that it's just the radiator being clogged and that there's no issues or leaks or anything like that with the system. But first I gotta get somewhere to get this thing fixed. Climbing the hill 410 up into Bonnie Lake at 26 miles an hour right now. But it's keeping the temperature down. So I just threw on the old blinker and let everybody pass me. What can I do? At least it's not overheating. It was trying to overheat at the bottom, and then I was like, oh fuck, I forgot to let off the throttle.
I'm not driving. Fucking McPherson is.
I'm scared.
Huh? Right here, my teeth guard on. I got my helmet too.
Uh-oh. Gotta click the release forward. Damn it.
Damn, that thing means business.
Yeah, it does, but then it doesn't open up the shit. Look.
What's that thing hanging down?
The antenna that's not mounted to the outside.
There's no seatbelts.
Okay. Idea was to drive all the way down the driveway.
You want me to back it up?
I'm scared, okay?
Probably good.
It's just idling. Oh, now it needs some love.
It's got backup on it.
I know, that's all I want. It's so terrible.
Oh, God, you shit me. What the fuck?
That's legit, sir.
Wow, that ain't no getting, is it? Oh, boy.
I was kind of bummed at first when I was getting the bus, because you show up anywhere in the van again and people are like, whoa, what is that? That's so cool. You know, and plus everybody plus Volkswagen people, and I already know and love Volkswagen people. So I was like, man, I don't know, a school bus, this is going to be dumb. But apparently, if you show up in a parking lot with your own school bus, you are instantly interesting, because everywhere I go, people are like, oh, is that a conversion? Is that an RV? What are you doing with that? Da, 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 da. Everyone, literally every parking lot, everywhere I go, gas station attendants in Oregon, the neighbors when I'm parking at friend's house, just people in parking lots, people at gas, everywhere. Just, it's awesome. So I am excited to get to work on this thing. It's gonna be fun. Okay, here we go again. Adding more to the radiator. This time, putting in calcium lime rust. It says mix it depending on strength, 4 parts or 8 parts to 1. So I have a gallon and probably 8 gallons of coolant in here. Who knows? Hopefully this is strong enough. But let's see. Yeah, yummy. Okay, so I've flushed heater cores this way before with just warm water and CLR and pour them down a heater core hose and let it sit in there for a while, but I've never poured it in a radiator. It says mix with hot water and flush with cold, so this is about to be mixed with hot water once the engine fires up. Then I'm gonna drive about an hour up the freeway and open every radiator connection, hose, take everything off I can, and flush it with a garden hose. We'll see what happens. Well, I made it from Kent to not even Bellevue with the CLR. It got pissed about this one. I had to drive like a mile with the temperature gauge at the, well, where you can see it currently, which it says 260 at the top of the red zone and then 190 there in the middle, and I have no idea what the top of green and yellow means. So I'm gonna let it sit down. I'm just gonna let it rest for a while and then we'll top it off and keep going. The saga continues. Let's see, perhaps you can see the bubble inside the sight glass. I let it sit for a while and I checked the level. Well, it's full. It just got hot. This thing is really particular about hills, and I have a decent amount of hills left to go to get from here to Arlington, so man, I was going like 30 on the freeway. This is gonna be frustrating. We'll just have to take it slow and easy. I thought I'd take a look at the engine, and all I see is that CLR is spewed out of everywhere. And I don't know if it's because I'm facing downhill for the first time ever, and that changes how I fill it, but it took all 3 gallons of water I have, and it's still not full. So I gotta get to somewhere with water ASAP. Oh, maybe I should just turn on the recording more often, because as soon as I started to try to record, the speedometer cable quit squealing. So that's nice. Because man, to top it all off with everything else, I don't want to listen to the speedometer squeal right now. Just plugging away up 405. Okay, latest update now. I was on the side of the freeway, ran myself completely out of water, so I went up the freeway about 8 miles, pulled into a Chevron here, and got 3 gallons of water refilled, poured almost another gallon down the radiator, and then refilled it again, so all my bottles are topped, radiator's topped, and I got about 30 something miles, a little over 30 miles to get to Arlington. So hopefully with all this topped off, we'll be good to go and I can make it non-stop. So wish me luck. Well, now I can see what's going on. Pretty easy, took 2 bolts out and just flipped the lid over. Now I'm gonna look up front and see what it takes to get some of the panels off up front. Still making foam soup. Delicious. Look, I gotta open something else up to make it drain faster.
That's good.
Yeah. Let's see if you can see inside the radiator cap to foam city in there.
Maybe flush some water.
That's nasty. Yep. It's very loud. I have the throttle lock set, like 1200 RPM or so, and I'm it's really foamy mess again, but everything is open. All the valves are open. Everything should be good. This corner should be, hopefully it's not too kinked. Whoa, hold on. So here's the second night. I got my lights that Crystal bought me from Costco. Put those up in here. Got my BMX out of storage. I got my garbage can out of the van. I got my camping chair. Let's see, I got my winter boots out of storage. I got some coveralls. I got all my cold weather clothes. My cold weather hats. And then, yeah, you can't even see over there. I got tools and all sorts of extra coolant. I'm still having an issue. Still having an issue with it overheating, so I think I need to have this radiator checked, and if they can't fix it, then I'm gonna just have to have it replaced. So I hope it's just the radiator.